I am flying and so proud, soaring high above the crowd. I will smile and shout out loud. Go me, go me, go me. I will bless my house today, having fun along the way. I can't wait to start my day. Go me, go me, go me. I can do it.
Pardon me.
There's nothing to it. I'm flying through it. Go me, go me. With a smile upon my face, I will quicken the pace, knowing I can win this race. Go me, go me, go me.
Hey, Susan.
15 minutes is all I've got, but I'm not gonna stop until I beat the clock. Go me, go me, go me. I can do it. There's nothing to it. I'm flying through it. Go me, go me. I'm flying and so proud, soaring high above the crowd. I will smile and shout out loud. Go me, go me, go me. I'm flying and so proud, soaring high above the crowd. I will smile and shout out loud. Go me, go me, go me. Go me, go me, go me.
Listen closely. One little bad note. I love that part. You know, it doesn't have to be perfect. We just have to celebrate it and keep going. So I told you today, this morning, it's Family Fun Day. We are this next week. We're going to be in Zone 4. That's our bedroom, our closet, and our bathroom. We're getting close to here it is, the 17th day of April. 2 more weeks. This month will be over with. And start looking at what birthdays and events that you have in May coming up. I've got a graduation. My grandson is graduating from high school. So we've got that event, and Miss Willow, Rebecca, Fly Lady Rebecca's daughter, is graduating from high school. So we've got some big things coming up. So it's up to us to make sure we don't miss these events, because our family's dependent on us. So let's drink our tea. Oh, somebody had a picnic in the park and went to the beach. Yay, yay, yay. That sounds fun. My sister Susan is on YouTube. She's going to be doing a little devotional video for us from time to time. Somebody's got the last name Gilly. I got the last name Silly. So we rhyme today. You know, our lives have been a journey. Mine's 65 years. 65 years on my journey. And when I was a child, I wanted to be an astronaut. I love to watch the space flights and all that kind of stuff. But, you know, they just didn't do many women astronauts back then. Finally, they did in they started having women astronauts in the 80s, I think. But, you know, I was already grown and a mama and working full time, and that just wasn't in my wheelhouse at that point. But I still loved the stars. I still loved it's sort of a hobby of looking at looking at constellations and astronomical things like eclipses and all kinds of good stuff like that. It's always fun. I know Michael, our resident tech person, he made the most amazing picture of the solar eclipse in August of 2019, I think it was. But it was just a beautiful image of the solar eclipse. And we got to watch it from our office. We didn't really have it here at the house, but we had it at the office, a full view of it. Everything turned dark, crickets started chirping. It was always fun. But, having experiences in your past, having experiences of going to camp and like being your own little person at camp. You didn't have your parents around. You had to learn to get along with everybody. And it was fun. Those experiences helped me as an adult, helped me to be prepared. I mean, I watch some weird stuff on YouTube, y'all. There's some primitive house building stuff where they use lashing techniques. I learned those at Girl Scout camp, how to make an outdoor kitchen. I learned that by watching the self-reliance guy on YouTube. This is all stuff I kind of learned. But it's fun to revisit it and to know that I could do that if I needed to. I could do that. I've done it out in the woods when I've been camping for a few days. I've done it. But I didn't know what I wanted to be when I grew up. I was good at a lot of things. I could keep books. I could take things apart and fix things. I remember taking things apart when I was a little kid. Just to see how things worked. Clocks that broke and I'm going to try to fix it. I didn't have tools or anything, but I tried. I dug in. I did what I had with what I had. Did what I could with what I had. I remember one time our washing machine quit working. The cold water wouldn't come in the washing machine. The hot water would come in just fine. So I used my common sense and I switched the hoses on the back of the washing machine. I was probably 12 years old. Common sense, y'all. It's a lost commodity. So we take this path, our journey in life. We don't know where it's headed. We just know we're good at stuff. And when you find what your passion is, you never have to work another day in your life. You never have to. Because your passion, when you find what you're supposed to be doing, it's not like work at all. It really isn't. Not at all. So I learned to take apart vacuum cleaners. Yeah. I took apart a vacuum cleaner and Robert was watching me and I took things apart, I mean, all the way apart. Not just clean out the hose apart. And I had a circle going, sitting in the middle of the floor, and I have this circle going. And as I take things apart, I put the screws and things in a different spot all the way around this circle. And he just looked at me like, who are you? I mean, this was early on when we were dating. I was taking this vacuum cleaner apart. And I think that's the day he fell in love with me because I had a system. I took things apart. I wasn't scared of it. I wasn't at all afraid to take the vacuum cleaner. It was broken. What was I going to do? Fix it or throw it away? But I might learn something. So I took the vacuum cleaner apart, got down to the motor, y'all. All the way down to the motor in this vacuum cleaner. And this was an old vacuum cleaner. Robert's mother must have gave it to him years ago. And I started looking at the motor and I thought, well, I need to look at, if you know how a motor works, it's copper coils wrapped around a structure, and then there's an armature in the middle that spins. But the thing that generates the motor power are called brushes. And I unscrewed one of them, and it was all the way down. There was not anything left of the brushes. It's a little magnet in there. And I held it up to Robert and I said, "This vacuum cleaner is gone unless you can get this part." He said, "I think it's trash. I really think it's trash now." But afterwards he said, that was kind of the moment I fell in love with you, because you didn't mind. You were just capable of doing something. And it's kind of fun to not be afraid. To not be afraid you're going to break something. Not afraid you're going to, waste 25 cents worth of flour to make a pan of biscuits. Letting go of the fear. And you might find something you really like to do. You can't be afraid, because fear is of the evil one. When you're afraid, when you're fearful of something, you are fueling the evil one. So don't be afraid. Be fearless. I have a little plaque at the office. It's kind of like this black one that Kathy gave me. And I need to bring it here because it would serve more of a function here. Let your faith be stronger than your fear. I have faith. I know I'm capable. I'm a go-me kind of girl. I can do what I need to do to take care of me. I can take care of my family. And I have this ability. That's what I was put on this earth to do. To help take care of you, but to teach you how to be fearless. How to walk with God by your side through everything. Because when we trust in the Lord, we're letting go of the fear. Fear is evil. It's fuel for the devil. So let go of the fear and find yourself flying. Really. Finally loving yourself. It's biblical. The Bible teaches us to treat others the way we want to be treated, and to love your neighbor as yourself. If you don't love yourself, if you're scared of everything you're doing, then you're walking in fear. I'm walking in faith. Faith that God is going to protect me. I'm ready for whatever comes along. I am prepared for the end of the world. If the end of the world came this evening, I'm ready. I've done what God put me here to do. I got my house in order, and I got rid of the fear that I couldn't be a good wife because I got stuff done. I took care of me. So it's time for you to let go of the fear, for you to find your place in this world of what you can do to further God's kingdom. We have this in us. We just have to get rid of the clutter and the chaos around us so that we can hear what God's purpose is for our lives. When I got my house in order, it was like a book that just opened up. Here's what you got to do, Marla. This is all you got to do. God walked me up to the place, and I had a choice. I could either build an email group or go back to living in a messy house. But my house was in order, and I couldn't say no. I could not say no to what opened up in front of me. I would have never started an email group, ever, unless somebody had asked. Now, was it an angel? I don't know. It's been like 21 years ago. I don't know who it was, but they asked for my help. And guess what? I didn't think twice. I wasn't afraid I wasn't going to be any good. I was bossy. I was ready to go. And you know what? I did it. And the first day, 8 or 10 people signed up. Next day, there were 25. In a month's time, there were 100. And we got up to as high as 500,000 on our YouTube, on our Facebook group, not a Facebook group, on our Yahoo group. And now we have over 600,000 on Facebook, another 85,000 on YouTube that follow us. We got followers on Instagram. We're everywhere. Everywhere. Because one person asked for my help and I was fearless. I didn't have any fear. I'm not afraid. I am not afraid. I may be cautious occasionally about going out and mixing and mingling, but if I had to, I would. I'm thinking we might go out to dinner tonight. I'm not for certain yet, but I'm thinking it could happen. But it's Saturday night. I'd rather wait till Monday, because we would do this on when there wasn't COVID. We would do this. We would wait till Monday to go out to eat, or we'd go out on Thursday night. But I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid. Because I have a job to do. And that job is to motivate you to get your house in order so you can be what you're supposed to be for the glory of God. We've all got a purpose on this earth. That purpose was given to us before we ever came to this earth. Yes, God knows our purpose. He's been guiding us all along our journey to prepare us for what's next. Do you want to find out what's next? Are you content to just sit around and wait? Are you going to be like that person that turned down help during a flood? When the firefighters came to evacuate him, he wouldn't leave. God will provide. God will provide. Then the waters rose, and he got up, in his second floor, and a boat came by, and do you want to come with us? And he said, God will provide. God will provide. He gets up on his roof, and a helicopter comes down. And he won't go because he says God's going to provide. And he gets to heaven after drowning. And he said, God, why didn't you send me? Why didn't you provide for me? Why didn't you send some help? He said, I did 3 times. You turned it down. You got free will, y'all. You can either go this way or you can go this way. You can't go both ways. You get to make a choice, whatever that choice is. You can choose to go shine your sink or leave dirty dishes in it, which makes it hard for you to cook dinner. You can choose to get dressed to lace up shoes, or you can stay in your gown tail all day. That's what my granny called it. Stay in your gown tail all day and be afraid to go to the door. See, it's fear again. Fear again. It's your choice. But you got to get up and do something. You can't sit around waiting for God to provide. I'm here talking to you right now. God's provided. He provided me with a purpose for my life. Little did he know, well, he probably did, that I would get on YouTube and Facebook and do live videos. I didn't think I would ever do live videos, much less 2 a day. But I live for them. I live for them. Well, folks, we got some great sales going on. These are being discontinued. They're on a BOGO right now. We have the collapsible carryall is being discontinued. We have just a few left, so get those ordered. And the Back to Basics package, the carpet sweeper, the feather duster, everything's kind of on sale. Y'all get out there and make some memories today. Let's do this. And have a go me moment. A while ago, I got my water boiling. You know what I did while the water was boiling? I emptied my dishwasher. Started the dishwasher after breakfast this morning. And wasn't a lot of dishes in there, but in 2 minutes you can do a whole lot of things. So tomorrow I'm going to talk about giving continually. Yep, that's what I'm going to talk about tomorrow, because I got a fortune cookie once that said that. When you continually give, you will continually have. And we'll talk about that tomorrow. I love you all. Let go of your fear. There's nothing to be afraid of. God has us in His hands. Trust in Him. We'll get through this. See you tomorrow at 3 o'clock.